Well, welcome back to Fox 11 Living. Shannon is joining me with Security-Luebke Roofing, and we are going to talk a little bit about storms and how they can cause damage to your home. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the history and what makes you guys different from all the other places out there.
90 years in business.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do.
No, it is not.
Especially when you're in a people industry. When you're touching people's homes, lots of mistakes can happen, and it's really important to have strong roots. And we have an incredible team with an incredible history. And you only last that way by caring about what you do, caring about your employees, caring about your customers, and making sure they're happy. Because if something goes wrong a couple days, a couple years later, you want to have a company with a strong reputation and know that if you call them, you're going to get help.
Yeah, that's huge, and it makes a huge difference that you know that you have chosen a company that you can trust and that you can call when something is up, and then you will answer and you will get back to them with your team.
Yes.
That's a big difference.
Yes. We have employees who have sold the same customer multiple roofs over the course of 30 years. Yeah. Right? Which is great.
Now let's talk about this, because we have had some pretty bad storms this summer, and they have caused quite a bit of damage, and that can really impact your home.
More storms this year than I recall probably ever having. They're not huge, they're small enough, but they're doing damage. They
really are, especially the hail. Let's talk a little bit about that wind damage. We've seen some severe winds, and we are seeing some pictures here of what the winds can do to your roof.
Yeah. Wind is obvious. Usually you can see that. You know, you wake up and there's a piece of shingle in your front yard.
Yep.
You know something's wrong, right? And we do a lot of repairs or replacements based on that. And we obviously we work really well with insurance companies and stuff. But it's the hail stuff that's a little bit more tricky to see.
It is, because you sent some pictures, and this next picture, there's a bunch of things circled, but you can barely see the damage, but there is some major damage to this.
Yeah, so first of all, as a homeowner, don't go on your roof. That's my number one advice.
Don't.
And you can't see this kind of damage from the ground. You have to get up there and you have to know what you're looking for.
Yep.
And here's what I always remind people. This kind of damage isn't as immediately of a concern as a blown off shingle. A blown off shingle can leak tomorrow.
Yep.
Marks on your roof from hail, marks on your gutters, marks on your siding, that's not an immediate problem. And unfortunately, there are contractors out there who make it feel urgent.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, really you should take your time, do your research, find a local trusted company, because the ones that make you feel like it's urgent have a reason for doing so.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, after a huge storm or, you know, a big gust of wind, you know, like a lot of wind damage through communities, you'll have those people, they're called storm chasers, that will knock on your door and make it feel more urgent, like you have to get this fixed right now.
I'm not lying. Driving up 41 North today, a big truck drives past me, you know, with the big wheels on the back. All it said on the side was roofing.
Okay.
And the license plate was from Texas.
Yeah.
I know exactly what they're doing. They're going to make somebody feel like it's the earth or the sky is falling. And then in 2 years later, if something goes wrong, you're not going to be able to find them.
Yeah.
And that's why trusting us in 90 years, if something goes wrong, we're here to help.
How can people get a hold of you? You can do an estimate and just take a look at someone's roof and see if there are issues that they should be worried about.
It costs nothing for us to look at it. And if we can give you options, we can say this is what it takes to repair it, this is what it will take to replace it, here's some different options. Take your time and decide.
Yep, I love that. Now, how can people get a hold of you?
Ooh, 920 Roofing.
That's an easy one to remember, right?
And 920roofing.com if you prefer to not call people.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for the information. Be sure to call Security-Luebke Roofing and get them out there just to get a free estimate and see where you're at. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We will make sure to put more information on our website as well.
People you know, call 920 Roofing.